Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. I gotta read this title. Even with good looks, a man still has to click with a woman. Yeah, I gotta read those long titles. And you know, I've been talking about addressing the issues that handsome men have to go through more lately, and there's quite a demand for it. But here's just a reality. And I've said this before. I've said this about body game, which I'm known for. That's bait. That's bait. And yes, you can draw the attention of women, but you still got to click with them. You still got to click with that woman. There's very often a woman will see a guy and she'll think he fine. She'll think he got a nice body. And, you know, people caught up in that height thing. So, okay, she even think he tall. But then if he opens his mouth, and you know, just some nonsense to her comes out of it, then she'll be like, you know, he was all right till he opened his mouth. Or as some women, several women I've known personally said, instant dryness. Because that's one of the things with a woman, y'all have to realize, men have to realize that yes, they're physical. Looks matter to them. Yes, they checking out your looks. Yes, your physicality matters to them, hence body game. That's why I'm saying I don't care where you are, get your body right. All right, cool. But here's the thing. Here is the thing. You still got to click with her emotionally. You still got to click with her personality. In fact, let's turn this around for a second for a man to really understand, and men who actually get women on a normal basis understand this. How many men have ran into that woman, right? And this is particularly men who can get a lot of women, so they can afford to be picky. You run into that woman, okay, she pretty, but you know what? You got other women who are pretty too. She got a killer body. Okay, you got other women. All right, you start looking at her personality. You start looking at it, it's like, wait a minute, this woman ain't right for me. Like any real players or men who just want to be monogamous, no. It's like, wait a minute, this woman got to click with my program. You know, we got to click personality wise. Now, see, guys who don't get it like that, they just want to get whatever they can get. And that's why they get in trouble. That's why they get played. All right. So if men who get played, who get women, understand that women are definitely that way. Women by nature are picky. They supposed to be. They supposed to be. That's a primal thing. So part of it is a primal thing on, you know, the physicality of a man. Like I said, very important. That's why I talk body game. That's why I talk it. I'm going to emphasize that. A man needs to get his physicality together as best as possible. And even his face, he needs to make himself as handsome as possible. You know, all right, that's cool. But then there's still the emotional part. There's the personality part. It's that click. You know, you two got to be able to talk together. Y'all got to be able to laugh and all of that. Women are bigger on the emotional part. See, men tend to focus, well, most men focus on just the physicality. All right. But the women, yes, they focus on the physicality, but they also focus on the personality a bit more. That's why, indeed, let me give y'all some game on that let me give y'all some womanese on that. When women say a man's personality is important, always understand, listen to the context in which they say that. They want a good personality on a guy they find physically attractive. Or at least whatever they like. Well, whatever they like personally, because I've personally known some women, they actually like an ugly guy. It is what it is. But they still had to like their personality. And indeed, depending on the man or the force of his personality, that can actually make up for any, what she considers deficiencies in his physicality. See, always understand that. Peep that game right there. Peep that game, because women are, as I said, men are physical. We're primary physical. She got a fat ass, okay, we're good to go. She got big breasts, we're good to go. They're physical and also emotional. And indeed, that's what a lot of players do. That's what those pimps, preachers, and politicians do. They go on the woman's emotions. But if they got the physicality and they can touch those emotions, bam, she might not go anywhere. But you still got to click. You still got to work on your personality. You still got to be able to talk with them. Indeed, when people talk about like that mouthpiece and everything, it's no magic words or anything. You just clicking with the personality. That's all it is. That's all it is. Y'all personalities click. Y'all can just sit there and talk and everything. Just a regular, it could be some dumb stuff. Like I've seen people, men and women click, several couples, because I know a lot of people. They can click off of something small. Like I know one of my favorite couples, they just clicked off of some nuances about how he did certain things. She was the exact same way. See, that's the thing. Like if you look at some couples, look, and I'm gonna tell you how deep the personality thing is. And my mentor, Master Yao, pointed this out. He pointed this out. He said, when you get some couples, like, they get married and everything, but then, 7 years later, they say they just drifted apart. He said they probably weren't compatible to begin with, personality-wise. They might have been physically attracted to each other and got married for whatever reason. Because let's be real, let me go on a tangent real quick. There's a lot of factors that go into why someone gets married. It could be their social class, their religion, a bunch of things they think they should be married. It's a whole bunch of little stuff that go in there. But they might not click personality-wise. Because see, if they don't click personality-wise, it's going to come out at some point. Because once you get past the lust part, because after a while, you have sex with somebody enough. I don't care. It could be a few months. It could be a few years. You get tired of it. It's like Rom loves butter, almond ice cream, but if I eat it every day for a month, all of a sudden I can't touch it anymore for a year. So, and that's anybody, right? So the lust part eventually fades out. And the value part, after a while, you get used to each other. It comes down to you two being able to talk, being able to click, laugh together. It's like y'all feel each other. Y'all can finish each other's sentences and stuff. And everything. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing with that. And this is something men have to understand. This is something men have to understand. If you meet that woman and she ain't feeling you for something, don't get mad. Because on that, men need to, instead of thinking this woman rejected him, he need to think, you know what, that done saved me a whole lot of time. Shout out Alan Roger Curry when he talks about time wasters. It's like, you know what? I don't have to deal with this woman. Me and her don't click. And that's something, I'm gonna tell you what, I'm so strong about that stance. If I can't have a 15-minute conversation with a woman, I don't even take her seriously. I don't even take her seriously. If I'm feeling like I gotta force a conversation, if it can't flow, boom. If it can't flow, I don't care how she built. I don't care how, I know I like a fat round ass. I don't care how fat and round it is. We can't click, we just don't click. And that's the important thing. See, men got to understand that. And men got to understand that. See, a lot of times you get some men and, women telling them they handsome and stuff, but the click isn't there. Like I always remember when I set up this attractive young lady with this guy that men would call a Chad. He was blonde hair and blue eyed too, but they didn't click. Their personalities didn't click. Because I thought about that after I set them up and they went on a date and everything, it wasn't there. She had a certain type of personality, he did. Now, let me be clear on this. It don't mean either one was bad. They just weren't right for each other. That's the key. See, understand something. And I don't care who you are. I don't care what you look like. I don't care how big your mouthpiece, how great you think it is. I don't care what type of game you got. You're not going to click with everybody. And there's nothing wrong with that. A man shouldn't waste time with a woman he doesn't click with. What good is that? What good is that? The man is on his mission. I always say the woman is a commercial to the man's main program. That commercial got to fit that program. She need to fit in. She need to fit in like a glove. Because you could force something, maybe get a little bit of sex and everything, but I'm gonna just tell you from personal experience, no. Let me tell you from personal, I've been there. I've been there. Listen to just some experience. I've been there and I've seen it. Y'all need to click on that personality level. Indeed, that's why sometimes you see a couple that look like they might be mismatched or something. You're like, what's she seeing him or what he's seeing her? And other than sex, Because I've said several times, it's probably some good sex. If they together short term, it was sex. Like she could just throw it. And just as an aside, some of the people talking with some women, they said this, and just being with enough women, some of the best sex ain't from the best looking people, but that's another conversation. But if you see them together a long time, I guarantee they click together. They click together. You can't get past that. Yeah, the looks thing, yeah, that goes in there. That's a factor. You can't get rid of that, but you got to have that click thing too. So when you dealing with a woman, and it's really 3 levels you dealing with the woman. 3 levels. The woman's looking at this man on 3 levels. She's always looking at the physicality. Always. And whatever she likes personally. All right, boom. That gets you in the door. But then, if she go out on a date with you, talk, that click got to be there. Unless she's trying to divest you of money. That click got to be there for her. She got to feel something in her heart. She got to feel it here. She got to feel that chemistry in this area. Indeed, a woman's orgasm starts in her heart. And that's some deeper level stuff. But just know it starts in her heart and how she feels about that man. And then, as you go up in class, then it becomes a more social thing. That's why you got a lot of women out here complaining about a shortage of men, because their social class, their education level is at another level. So that's the key, y'all. That's the key. You still got to click no matter what. So keep that in mind. All right. So that's all I got for today, y'all. Get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.